Hey, please subscribe. Thank you.
My community is grieving right now. The mass shooting in Stockton. I'm already working on some things. I can't share them now because I need to speak to the families again. But I just talked to the mother of the boy who was murdered yesterday, and it was so devastating because the boy looks like me. And it's sad. She took her son to a birthday party and he never left with her. So we're figuring that out as a community. It's my first time ever going to a candlelight vigil for people who were murdered, let alone kids. There's just no explanation for that. There's no points that you get for that. There's no clout that you get for that. There's no. I said yesterday, it's never been gangster to kill kids. Like, I don't care what what you are going through, what you've been raised on, what's lacking in your communities, because we all know that crime and a lot of what we see in our communities is a derivative of a lack of investment in communities and like lack of resources and all that. But like when you walk in a kid's birthday party actively just shooting people and kids, that's different. When you're in a leadership role, people are looking to you for leadership. And we have a broken council right now, so it's like we have so much turmoil because there have been all these political attacks against me, just trying to hold people accountable to the right thing. That you want to tone that down while you're trying to comfort your community. But I'm gonna help the families. I'm gonna do what I can do. What I've learned about being in a leadership role in an elected official is that you literally only have to do what you can do. You cannot own the weight of everything and everybody. I'm one of 7 people, and the 7 of us lead, and I can only do my part. It's really the community has to step up, and right now it's a time where we figure out how to support the families. I just want to say to everybody all over the world who's been commenting, reaching out, I've gotten lots of calls from senators, congressmen, women. I've gotten calls from entrepreneurs, celebrities. I just want to thank everybody because I need everybody's help right now, and the more resources I can get for my community. And it's the holidays. We have our toy drive coming up, so it's like I'm going to have hundreds of families and kids waiting in line. I got to think about their safety. I got to make sure like we have enough police and security because, God forbid, there be a shooting in my district or anywhere in the city, while we're having Christmas. So I got to think about that. So I've been doing that. I want to say, the sheriff, Patrick Withrow, and our chief, Stanley McFadden, are rock stars, and all of our officers and the FBI and everybody that's working this. I know somebody was telling me yesterday that they saw the police officer carrying kids out, like carrying the dead kid out the event. Like, think about their mental health, what they're going through. I got really emotional yesterday because obviously I've been impacted by gun violence, and I've had my own experiences, and so I'm also thinking about this in a very personal way. But I just want to say, like, it's the most cowardly thing ever to kill children. I wanted wheat toast. That's not wheat, yeah. It's cowardly. Where's the salt and pepper? Is there salt and pepper?
In here?
No. I'll get it. But yeah. The other thing I want to say is that, just salt and pepper. The other thing I'll say is that Stockton, we've been known to have crime, and there's crime everywhere, just like there's crime in Chicago and whatever, there's crime everywhere. So I'm not going to say Stockton is a shithole city. Stockton is a city that has not had a lot of resources, a lot of opportunity. Thank you. When that happens, when people are starved to death, you get crime. I'm not making it okay, but I at least want to put context to it. And the mayor had just recently called the gangs terrorists. I don't think it's, even as heinous as this crime was, I don't think it's okay to label this gang activity, which was violent and wrong, terrorism, because we know those are code words to create another conversation. So we have to be very careful when we label that, because I remember when Hillary Clinton called those kids super predators. Remember that? But I'm also giving grace because I know, like, right now we're all trying to figure out how to process this very reckless moment. But Stockton has a lot of potential. I still believe in the city. I'm hopeful that this brings our council together, because if this doesn't bring our council together, then we have the wrong council, period. Like, kids were murdered. When I talked to that woman yesterday, she couldn't even, like, there's really no explanation that can be given to how do you comfort a mother. The first thing I said, which I felt so bad about, was I said, how are you? I know how you're doing. I didn't even know how to start the conversation. And she said she had messaged me on Instagram because, thank you, because she said her son, I don't know if he followed me or whatever, but, like, she sent me pictures of him, and then he looked like me, and then I saw his siblings. His sister got shot. She was holding her 1-month baby. Her baby almost got shot. She couldn't find all her kids. Like, it's fucking sick. So I hope and pray that they find out who did this. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to politic the crime, but when you talk about death penalty, you killed them kids. One thing I will agree with the mayor when she said we're gonna knock down your door, everybody in your house is gonna feel it. She got my full support on that. Anybody harboring, anybody protecting, they all need to go to jail for sure. So everything else she said, I agree. I think I saw Councilwoman Padilla here. Is she here? Hello, Councilwoman. I think I saw her in here. I think she was in here. So, flying home sick, flying right back. I'm definitely resting today. She posted her son. I want to show you guys the son, but y'all gonna cry wherever you are. It's just too sad. I'm not going to show you. Anyhow, I do want to say shout out to, they didn't bring no butter? No, they didn't bring no jelly? Okay, I want to say to the rest of the community that's been coming together, I really do appreciate all of you who are coming together in the community. There's so many leaders that were there yesterday. The challenge from the community, because the community is tired of the infighting, they challenged us all to come together. And death usually brings people together. So I'm hopeful that this brings us all together, because then we're not leaders, right? What was I going to say? Oh, shout out to all the community that came together. Richard Stokel, Shout out to him. Shout out to Faith in the Valley, Pastor Trina, Nuri Muhammad, Pastor. I can't think of all the pastors that were there yesterday. But shout out to them pulling together the vigil in 24 hours. Shout out to all the media, who's sharing the story and people that are learning more about it. And like I said, I do have updates, my own updates, but I need to talk to the family first before I do that. When am I going to get a reality show for the gays? This is not the time or place to talk about that. I'm shooting a vlog that will be dropping soon called Jason Leo Unlocked. I'm not gonna do a reality show right now. Am I opposed to reality? No, but not right now. I really wanted to take the first year in office to demonstrate to my community how serious I am about this, because most people forget I was one of the best labor leaders the country had for 10, 11 years. And so me going back into public service is similar to being in the union. So I knew that people were going to be like, oh, he's a reality star. Oh, he's an entertainer. Oh, he's a podcaster, whatever. I wanted to be taken serious. So I've been focusing. Hey, Christina, I've been focusing really hard.